My veins ran cold as she placed the photographs on the table. One by one, steady hands, no hesitation. The women in those pictures were strangers, meaningless. But to her, in that carefully constructed moment, they were everything. Her family watched me like predators circling prey. Her brother stood with arms crossed, smug satisfaction written all over him. Her father reclined, already mentally calculating how much he could strip from me in court. Her mother? She didn't even try to hide the cruel smile tugging at her lips. They weren't here for the truth. They were here for blood. They expected me to crack, to plead, to fall apart beneath the weight of what she thought was irrefutable proof. But I didn't flinch. While they basked in the illusion of their victory, I reached calmly into my bag. Their smug expressions faltered, because where they saw the end of me, I saw the beginning of them unraveling. There was a time I loved her, fiercely, wholly. God help me, I did. 5 years of marriage built on laughter, shared dreams, and a future I thought we both believed in. Then I stumbled across something I was never meant to see. A crumpled receipt in the bottom of her gym bag. Luxury suite, 2 nights, a name I didn't recognize. When I asked about it, she hesitated. Barely a flicker in her eyes. But it was enough. In that split second, the man she married ceased to exist. I didn't explode. Didn't accuse. I observed. I counted each lie like clock ticks. Marked every suspicious late return, every shift in her voice, every forced smile. Her affair wasn't reckless. It was methodical. Cold. Just like the strategy she and her family had mapped out to destroy me in the coming divorce. Old money. Old power. They thought I was a phase, a poor boy she got bored of, a temporary detour. Their mistake? They believed I was naive. But pain has a way of sharpening the mind. It silences ego and awakens resolve. I hired the same private investigator her father used during his shady business feuds. Paid him double. Planted surveillance in my own home. Monitored bank transfers. Recorded every whispered conversation, every illicit move. I didn't just prepare. I orchestrated. The photos she flaunted weren't what they seemed. I had created them. Every woman in those pictures was an actor. Hired, rehearsed, placed carefully into a role. Their scenes captured with precision. Time-stamped to match the fabricated alibis I'd constructed. I never cheated. But I let her think I had. Let her family drink in that false confidence. Because people blinded by victory make mistakes. Last month, she opened an account under her cousin's name and funneled $500,000 from our joint savings. I followed every cent. And while she played her game, I made a move of my own. I quietly acquired her father's shell company through a chain of holding firms. His secret empire? Mine now. So today, when they thought they had me cornered, when they unveiled their evidence like judges handing down a sentence, I answered with my own quiet brutality. I pulled out my own file and laid it before them, slow and deliberate. One photo. Her nestled in a hotel bed, arms slung over the man she claimed she didn't know. His face was unmistakable. I watched the blood drain from hers. Before she could gather herself, I slid forward another document. Bank statements. Transfers. Her signature on every transaction. Her mother leaned closer, eyes narrowing. Her father's hands clenched around the armrest. And then I spoke, calm, measured. Not to her, but to them. I'm formally notifying you all of criminal conspiracy, embezzlement, and fraud. I said, letting the words hang in the air like a guillotine. Her brother swore under his breath. That's when I played my final card, audio recordings. Her voice, clear and undeniable, plotting my downfall with her father. Strategizing how to fake my infidelity. How to gut me legally and financially. Every whispered plan, every cruel word. Documented. Preserved. There was no shouting. No drama. Just silence. The silence of a noose tightening. Her mother asked if they could bring in a lawyer. I smiled faintly. Already brought 3, I replied. Their perfect scheme had collapsed into criminal charges, public disgrace, and financial ruin. Her father was the first to break. We can come to an arrangement, he said, voice low, desperate. No, I said, leaning back in my chair. They thought I'd bargain. That I'd trade their mercy for silence. But mercy died with my trust. She tried to speak then, my wife, my traitor. Her voice cracked. I didn't mean to. I met her eyes, steady. You meant every word. She started to cry, but I felt nothing. That man who would have forgiven her? He was long gone. I had already mourned him. I rose from my chair. My attorneys handed over the final blow. Legal action. Divorce on the grounds of malicious deception. Full control of our shared assets, investigation notices, and formal charges. As I walked toward the door, I paused. Turned once. For what it's worth, I said, voice soft, thank you. She whispered, why? Because you taught me how to win. Her mother was sobbing now. Her father sat crumpled in shame. Her brother stared at the wall. And she watched me go, eyes hollow. I didn't look back. There was nothing behind me worth remembering. Revenge isn't rage. It's not chaos. It's quiet. Precise. It's the silence that comes just before the fall. They thought they'd buried me. I let them. Because they never saw that they'd been digging their own grave all along.